Welcome to Just in Time series with Vishwadharma. This is a question from a lion. Lion's question. If you think I am wild, then what are you? So, in case if a lion asks you this question, right? So, how do you answer? What is your answer? Think about it. So, if we call a lion a very wild and most, the wildest, right? Wildest animal based on what? Is it because of its hunting nature? Is it because it just simply kills other weaker animals and consume it for its livelihood? Is it the only reason? If yes, then what about humans? Some of the humans, I am not talking about all the humans. And of course, we are not talking about all animals here. It's just the lion's question. Similarly, we don't need to talk about all humans. It's only the humans who are eating animals. When a lion is eating other animals and human is also eating other animals, and when you call a lion as a wild animal, then should we call a human as a wild human? Think about it. It's a question. It's not a statement. Think about it. And by the way, this is not a question of promoting a particular section of vegetarianism and non-vegetarianism, right? No, absolutely, that's not the point. The point is about how we simply irrationally judge others. How just simply we always talk about others, and we don't even introspect, we don't even retrospect any of our human nature, the specific actions of human nature at different times, in a different context, right? So the reason for making this podcast is not to talk about the lion or its characteristics, or the humans who are eating not lions who are eating animals and so on, right? No, that's not the point here. The point here is, if your survival depends on killing other species, right, killing others, then can we call ourselves as a wild people? Then what about the indirect killing, or killing psychologically, killing people mentally, right? Inducing fear or using the words that hurts the people sentiments or belief system or confidence, right? Let's take some of the organizations, right? Some of the organization, or most of the organizations, have some section of people who uses or who misuses the power, who abuses the power and position, and just simply they pass some unprofessional comments. So it's just that they are killing, right? Killing doesn't necessarily involve a physical action of taking somebody's life out of the body, right? No. Killing can happen in many ways: morally, ethically, psychologically, right? So think about it. Just an introspection. So basically, why this podcast? It is just to promote the systems thinking. It is just to promote the importance of self-reflection for anyone, right? Not just specific to one particular profession, for any profession for that matter. Some simple acts has enormous impact on human mind. That's why the simple acts of random acts of kindness is very important. That's gaining a lot of popularity these days. And actually, we don't need to talk much about the random acts of kindness. That's part of the culture and tradition. Unfortunately, when the cultures with the tradition, it's all getting mixed up, right? There is a fusion happening, right? The boundaries are getting erased. There is a global mix. So that's where it's time that we should think about the basics and go back to roots wherever it's possible. So, can you answer a line? Do you have a different answer if a line asks you this question? Think about it. Or if you are a lion, if somebody calls you that you are a wild animal, do you agree or do you disagree? Think about it.